NFC North is going to be an absolute battle in this upcoming season, and I am super excited about it. And with all the news breaking recently, we know Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I was going to make a video about that, but you know, there's already not much I can say except that I am so excited for it. I'll be diving in more to it later on in this video. But they're also trading for Randall Cobb. The Vikings are kind of in talks trying to get Chandler Jones. The Bears got Justin Fields. The Lions got a whole new culture shift going on. The NFC North will be the most interesting division in the NFL this season, and a lot of people are sleeping on it. I really believe, whether you're a Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings fan, every divisional game this year I think will be super entertaining. I think the whole league will kind of be put on sort of notice really early with how good these teams actually are. Anyways, that's what we're talking about in this video, talking about the NFC North and the battle that it's going to be this season and who I obviously think will be coming out on top. Some predictions in this video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Going full-time YouTube next week, 2 to 3 videos every day. Super excited, breaking down film, getting everything you guys need to be ready for the Minnesota Vikings season. Training camp starting soon. Anyways, thank you guys so much for all the support. Let's get into it. All right, well, I feel like we have to start off with Green Bay and sort of the whole shenanigans, so the whole drama they have going on. The video I posted recently was saying how they're sort of being drama queens. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are sort of being divas. And then it was all kind of showed away in sort of a way that Aaron Rodgers just kind of showed up. 1-year deal. We all know about it. 1 year, last dance type of deal. And you know we are going to get a very hungry and angry Aaron Rodgers in this upcoming season, which is honestly how I want it. You know, I really think the Vikings and just everything they've done this offseason, I really think they have a chance to be special this year. If it all comes together, if the coaching, you know, knows how to coach his personnel, the personnel is willing to be coached, and if the chemistry and everything that you know goes into a Super Bowl winning team, I think the Vikings have it. It's sort of put in this category of tapped potential now, or untapped potential, which is kind of something where, yeah, they have the potential, but they haven't really tapped into it, if that makes sense. But with how I feel about the Vikings, how good I think they're going to be, I want to go through Aaron Rodgers. You know, I want to go through and put Aaron Rodgers out of his misery. I want the Vikings to go 2-0 against the Packers and have him be the reason they lose. And the Packers, listen, the NFC North, why I think it's going to be a battle, is we have the hardest schedules in the league. The NFC North has the hardest schedule in the league by far out of any division. So I think the NFC North is actually sneakily one of the better divisions in the NFL. And the reason I say that is because if you look top to bottom, there is really no easy game. And I get with the NFC West, there's really no easy game there, especially, I mean, the NFC West is actually loaded. I think they are the top division. But if I'm looking around, I really think the NFC North is the second best division in football. And I can see arguments for like the AFC West with Kansas City, LA, and kind of maybe Denver. But I just think the NFC North with Green Bay, how motivated we are going to get in Aaron Rodgers this season. And then with the Vikings, with everything they've done on defense, Patrick Peterson, Eric Kendricks coming back, Danielle Hunter, Michael Pierce, Anthony Barr, Dalvin Tomlinson. I mean, you can name off 5-6 Pro Bowlers that they are adding to this defense who they didn't have at Week 17 last season. And then even teams like the Bears and the Lions. I think the Bears are not, I mean, listen, the Bears and Vikings are getting no recognition by anybody in the NFL right now. The Bears are getting a little more just because they have Justin Fields. But let's just say Justin Fields walks in and he plays like Herbert. Let's just say he's ready to play right away and he is good right away. Yes, he still will probably make rookie quarterback mistakes. But let's just say hypothetically Justin Fields is a good NFL quarterback. Let's just say he's a 15th best quarterback in the league. As a rookie, he walks in, he's the 15th best quarterback. The Bears are going to cause people problems. I know their secondary is not what it used to be. And, you know, the front seven's getting a little older, like sort of guys like Akeem Hicks. but they're still a very dominant defense. And if their offensive line can kind of get it together a little bit and give David Montgomery some better running lanes because he's a monster, give Allen Robinson and Darnell Mooney, those guys, more options to get open, the Bears could be a very sneaky good team, like a sneaky 9-10 win team at the end of the season. And then you got the Lions. And I know people might laugh about this. You know, come to me, come in the comments saying I'm crazy about the Lions. But I love what they're doing. Like, I really, like, if I was a Lions fan, like, I would be really excited about where the Lions are going. You know, you have a head coach. Yes, he's nuts. I don't know if he can coach football. This is his first job. But if I was a player for the Lions and I got a guy coming up saying I'm going to bite some kneecaps off to win a damn game, I'm fired up. Then they draft Penei Sewell, the best offensive line prospect we've probably had in the last 5-10 years. And that video of their draft room when they drafted Penei Sewell, of them celebrating like they won the Super Bowl, I really like that. Because that shows kind of a shift in culture. They have one of the best centers in the league already. And now they had he'll probably walk in, be one of the better left or right tackles, wherever they want to play him, in the league already, and they're going to have an identity. Yes, their defense will struggle, but I'm saying for the Lions, they'll probably be a 5-6 win team. I think they could be a tough out, especially on the road, like when the Vikings go to Detroit, when the Lions go to Detroit, when the Chicago Bears go to Detroit, or I said the Lions go to Detroit, when the Packers go to Detroit. I think those are going to be tough games within the division. And the reason why I think the NFC North is going to be so tough is I know how fan bases are always optimistic about, you know, their team going into the year. I think every team in the NFC North has a huge right to be fairly optimistic. I think Bears, Vikings, and Packers especially. Like if a fan base, like if a Bears fan comes up to me and they say, I think the Bears are going to win the division, and they present their case for it, I'm not going to say you're crazy. And the Vikings fans, obviously, I think they're going to win the division. If they say, I think the Vikings are going to win the division, obviously I agree. And if a Packers fan says they think they're going to win the division, I'm going to be like, yeah, I can see that happening too. Lions, obviously something different, but the Lions will be somewhat optimistic about their team this year. They're not going to be, you know, the doormat of the NFC North. But if we could just focus on the top three, the Bears, Vikings, and Packers for a little bit, it's kind of been this revolving door of, you know, Packers have been maintaining winning the division, then the Vikings and Bears will come in there every couple of years and win it. I just think it's going to be super competitive. I think every single game is going to feel like a playoff game within the division. The Vikings are going to need to go 4-2 within the division. I mean, if the Vikings want to win the division, they need to go 4-2, and that's minimum. They need to split with the Packers, take at least one. Then they will probably need to either sweep the Lions or sweep the Bears and go 1-1 with the other. That's really the tough reality of the whole thing. And overall, where I think the records are going to fall. I think we're going to look up at the end of the year and we're going to be like, or I'm not going to be like this, but the national media and all those morons will be like, oh wow, there aren't many good records coming out of the NFC North. I can see this being where we have 3 teams sitting around 9, 10, 11 wins at the near end of the season, all trying to fight in for playoff spots. Maybe we don't have a team that's at like 13 wins or 14 or possibly 12 wins, but we will have 3 solid teams at the end of the year who will be all fighting for playoff spots. And I really believe that. And I think if the Vikings, especially for all my Vikings fans here, if this team can just start off 2-0, if we can beat Cincy, beat Arizona on the road, and then we have, I think it's Seattle first and then Cleveland at home. If we can just handle one of those 2 teams, the NFL will start turning their eyes at us. They'll start looking at us a little bit. Finally. Well, I think the NFC North, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be drama-filled. Aaron Rodgers is back. Bears have a quarterback they like. Vikings have a stacked roster. Lions have a culture change. The NFC North, oh my God. It's going to be fun. I hope other fan bases are watching this video, and I hope you guys are excited. To all my Bears, Lions, Packers fans who are watching this video, I'm ready It's going to be a great year, and I'm excited to see the NFC North and excited to see how it plays out. Because at the end of the day, we all really don't know. We're all just guessing. We don't know what goes inside the locker room. We don't know how these players are feeling right now. But from what we know, from all the moves that has happened in this offseason, we got Aaron Rodgers last year. The Vikings are starting to stack up their roster, especially if the Vikes get Chandler Jones. Bears, young star rookie quarterback with still a good defense, and they got some really good offensive weapons. And then the Lions having a whole change of culture. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think down below. Skol Vikes.